Good morning, Bates. It is Wednesday morning. I hope everyone had a safe afternoon. We got some snow there, Mr. Fonseca.
We did, yes. We got, a good shower of snow in, and luckily everybody bundled up and we had that early dismissal, so we got everyone home safe.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it was a shorter day for remote and in-person learners. That means today we got to continue to work hard, maybe a little extra harder, so that we get everything in that we need to prior to February break, which is coming up. And then everyone will have a full week off to relax and wind down after working so hard, this trimester.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So even though February break is right around the corner, just 2 more days, Thursday and Friday, not counting today, of course, it's almost here. So just be strong in these last couple of days and continue doing your hardest work, even though the break is right around the corner.
Absolutely. And so, Mr. Fonseca, what's that shirt you're wearing?
So this is my Altruismo shirt, and again, so as you all know, I am on in the Altruismo house, and I'm excited to be a member of it because Altruismo, as you know, is the house of the givers. So for us, it's really important to think about others and to think about how we can continue to be kind to others and help support others. And we do it not because we want to get something back from them, but because it's just the right thing to do, just because it's going to make their lives better.
Yep.
So we've been talking about different ways you can show kindness all throughout this week. I know you've been working with some of the counselors at school about different kindness activities that you can do. And I really want to challenge you to think, what's one thing that you can do today to show kindness to another person at Bates? Really take a moment, think about it, talk to it with your teacher and your classmates. What's one thing you can do to show kindness to someone else at Bates today?
Yep. And even more than that, too, just how do you lift someone up,
Yes,
right? Someone who's down or struggling, how do you lift them up and empower them to be better or to feel better? I think that's also important too, right? Because we want to make sure we're lifting each other up so everyone can, do the best they can.
that's right.
And obviously that's part of kindness. And I know our kindness club put out a Padlet activity yesterday. So a little bit later in the week, we'll have an opportunity to look at some of those responses.
That's right. Absolutely.
All right. So Mr. Fonseca, we're going to continue some with our Black History Month. And today we're going to recognize former President Barack Obama.
That's right. So, as many of you know, Barack Obama was our first Black president in the United States. And it was really exciting because, as our 44th president, all the other presidents, all 43 presidents before him, were white men. They were not, Black like Obama. So, he was the very first one. And it was an important moment to recognize that anyone is able to achieve the highest office in our country, the highest office being that of president or the leader of our country. And to have Obama, who was a black man, achieve that role, it was really an important moment to show the world that, like, hey, it doesn't matter what your background is, it doesn't matter where you come from, everyone is able to achieve the highest levels if they're given the opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can only think about all of the how courageous he was and brave he was to go through those elections, right? And probably throughout his whole life, fighting racism to be where he is today, because it's tough to break that barrier, right? To be the first, especially talking about race.
It's absolutely the hardest thing. And we can only imagine the different difficulties that Barack Obama went through, but I'm sure that there were many. And if we were able to talk to him, I'm sure that he would
Hmm.
tell us the number of different things that he had to put up with, from the littlest things that were tiny obstacles to much larger obstacles that he had to overcome.
Absolutely. So one thing that he really valued was education. He actually went to Harvard, which is, down the road in Cambridge, Massachusetts. So he is familiar with the Boston area. And so I think when he value education, right, you grade yourself. I mean, you become something more than just, a physical presence. He made an impact. And so I think that's really important that it starts right now, right here at Bates, right? Empower yourself, take ownership of your education because it's going to open up doors for you as you move throughout life.
That's actually a really big lesson that we can learn from Barack Obama. And it's always to really try your hardest at school. Really, every time you have an opportunity to learn something new, go for it. Really push yourself as hard as you can to learn as much as you can, because that's what Obama did. And that's what made him so successful and able to rise to be the president of the United States.
Absolutely. And his wife as well made a huge impact in terms of I think like school lunches, right? Making them healthier, making healthier life changes. And just, so it's really the whole person, the Obama family made on, the United States of America.
That's right. So even, looking at everyone's contributions,
Hmm.
just what are ways that you can make the world better for other people? And it ties back to Altruismo Week. Both
Absolutely.
Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, his wife, really fought to make the world a better place for others through the different policies they were putting in place, through the school lunches and making them healthier. So thinking today, like, what are ways that you can add value or do something good for our, not just Bates or our community, but for the whole world?
Yeah, and so the big one was get outside and play, right? I don't know, Michelle Obama preached that. I know Mr. Robinson does as well here at Bates. Whether you're remote or in person, you got to get outside and play, because you need those endorphins. It's gonna make you feel better, so you can tackle school when things are tough.
That's absolutely right.
All right, so it is Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. We have 3 more days of work before we can relax a little bit. I'm so proud of everyone. So let's finish off the week strong, and then we'll get there. We have one more thing, Mr. Fonseca.
Yes, one more thing, I just want to remind everyone, we talked about it the other day with the other announcements, but tonight we have the concert, the winter concert. And so you want to make sure that if you can, hop on that Zoom, again, following all of the expectations that we put up on that Zoom on that PowerPoint screen for you, to see if you can actually watch and see what's happening for that midwinter concert. And actually, Mr. Safdie, if we have a quick second here, I'll quickly pull it up for everyone to see one more time. So just to share that with everyone one more time really quickly, because you've already seen it once before, I just want to make sure to remind you that the midwinter concert is coming up, and it is going to be tonight. All right, and it is going to be starting at 6:30 p.m. for fourth and sixth grade to see the students that are in those grades, and then it'll continue to 7 p.m. for students that are in 7th to 12th grade. All right, making sure to log in 15 minutes before it starts. Share this with everyone, and when you log in, make sure you say who you are so that your family, the people who are letting you into the room will know, oh, you really are a student from Bates. Okay, great.
Yeah, thank you. And I can't wait to see that performances. Everyone's worked so hard. So, kudos to you all. All right, you ready to send it away, Mr. Fonseca?
We'll send away.
All right, why
So
don't you wrap it up?
yep, that'll wrap it up for the day. And as always, it's a great day to be great.